LSU at Ole Miss. CD and I, when we previewed this game, we both took LSU in the points. Lamb, we said. Lamb. And in the fourth quarter, it was looking like we might be okay. But then the further we got into the fourth quarter, we thought maybe it's not going to be okay. A lot of scoring. Touchdown for Ole Miss. Missed 2-point conversion. Touchdown for LSU. Touchdown Ole Miss. Touchdown Ole Miss. Get the 2-point conversion. A lot of scoring in this game. We knew that was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to be over 100 total points scored in the game. We knew that LSU was going to find theirs, and we knew that LSU's defense, their secondary specifically, was lacking in terms of depth because they had lost some guys, and they haven't looked all that great this year. So what are your thoughts on this game? I know you got some good eyes on it.
Yeah, I think over 1,300 yards in an SEC West game. You had some old heads, right, in the SEC that just had their heart attack, right, or guys rolling over in their graves because this is not the SEC football that they're used to, right? And I know you're an SEC guy, but it's a different college football game. When you've got a guy like Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss, when you've got a guy like Jaden Daniels, a guy who I have been as hard on as anybody on it, he played really, really well. Now, I will say the one thing that finally caught up to him is running straight up and down. He is fully erect, running the football, and he got laid out. I'm sure if you're watching that game, I'm sure if you're following college football, you've seen that hit on your Twitter feed now or in a highlight reel somewhere. But besides the point, he played a fantastic game. He 10 times out of 10, he should win that football game, right? If you're LSU with the resources they have, the talent they have, you thought in the front seven, doesn't matter what that secondary, you can avoid that if you're putting up 49 points. If you're throwing for 414, 4 touchdowns, you ran for another 220. And yeah, like you said, I was critical of the running backs. Logan Diggs played fantastic. He's been a real revelation for them. And
He's averaging
a guy
6.5 yards per carry on the year, by the way.
yeah, he's doing great from Notre Dame transfer. If you're unfamiliar, it's great to see BTJ, Brian Thomas Jr., finally breaking out, living up that 5-star billing he has. Him and Malik Neighbors are really, really dangerous on the outside. But that defense, man, it's going to be some changes there. It won't happen. I don't know how soon it's going to be, but staff-wise for sure, and obviously player-wise. And
No
we
sacks.
talk, yeah, with that O line, with that D line, and look at what night and day if you're Ole Miss, right? What happened last week? How Alabama just shut you down, right, for 4 quarters. That D line picked you apart, and kind of ran straight through you. 5 sacks, 10 tackles for loss. This week, totally different. You got finally Quinshon Judkins looking healthy. You ran the ball really, really well. 33 carries, 177 yards, and a touchdown. Ulysses Bentley did well when he was in, absolutely. Jackson Dart on the ground has played well all year, and he continued that way. It was good to see Trey Harris healthy, Caden Preek scoring healthy. Zachary Franklin finally got a catch. He was in there a good amount. Yeah, this Ole Miss team, I was definitely wrong about them in terms of they're playing really good football right now offensively, and they can play with anybody left on their schedule, I think.
I agree. It's going to be interesting. LSU, of course, they dropped 3-2, so inherently out of the playoff race, which is a bummer for my futures bets on LSU. But Ole Miss, man, with one loss to Bama in the SEC, look, Bama's got some tough games ahead of them. It's not over for Ole Miss in the SEC West. It is an uphill battle, of course, because Alabama remains undefeated, and of course, Ole Miss is going. They host A&M, which is a big deal. It's a huge deal. Jimbo and Texas A&M on the road, completely different ball game than when they're at home, 100%. And then I believe they also host Mississippi State. I could be wrong about that. But last time I checked, I believe. Oh,
It's at Mississippi State, by the way.
it's at Mississippi State. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Mississippi State has not looked as strong as maybe guys like me were hoping that they'd be this year. So the outlook is still strong. I think for both these teams, man. I still like LSU as a team. I don't know. I can't not think that they're a good team. Just the defense, man, just really, really struggling. It's going to be, I know they host A&M this year, but if they can't find a way to stop Texas A&M's offense and A&M finds a way to get pressure on Jaden Daniels, that could be an interesting game. Of course, Bama, it's going to be like the unstoppable force meeting an immovable object with Bama defense there. So I'm excited for those games. I'm excited for
And
those
vice
games.
versa in terms of Bama's passing offense and LSU's
Well, it's
passing
going to be like,
defense.
who's going to stink less?
Yeah,
Like which gives? What's given? The
something's got to
terrible
give.
pass defense or the terrible pass offense?
I'll say this though, in terms of I did take LSU's under. I was definitely lower on LSU than other people were. I know you're pretty high on them. When obviously they have the talent to do it, and they could turn all around in an instant and run the table and make the SEC championship and win it and whatever else, and they'll probably be in the college football playoffs. But that secondary is a real issue, and I guess we kind of glossed over it because it's LSU, it's DBU. We assumed that was going to be playing at an elite level,
Right.
and that they can just plug and play transfers, and they took so many. And our thinking was, and even me who was less high on them was like, one of them's gonna stick, right? You throw a bunch of piece of paper at the wall, one of them's gonna stick, and I don't know, man. Zy Alexander's had his moments. Deuce Chestnut's obviously been exposed. Denver Harris, hasn't put it all together yet, and others back there, which is a real concern for LSU. And obviously, it doesn't get easier. Like you talked about, I mean, at Missouri is not an easy game at all. Missouri is going to be fired up for that game. That's 5-0 Missouri. Just so you know, or maybe 4-0 if they were. Oh yeah, 5-0, 5-0 Missouri. And obviously Auburn, Army, middle of the year. That's kind of crazy. You still have to play Bama, Florida, A&M. You know how it is in the SEC. So obviously, if you're LSU, you like to be 4-1, and you have some positives for sure to build on. Jaden Daniels is playing out of his mind, and if they were 5-0 right now, he would be right there with Michael Penix in terms of the Heisman conversation, and deservingly so. But it's unfortunate that he hasn't gotten the help from his defense like you were hoping he would get, and like usual LSU quarterbacks do get.